Oh, fuck, I went for it. I broke my hand guard. Oh, my vision's blurred.
Barring's back, everybody. He's still alive. He's a little wet right now because he took a bath. I mean, I don't know why you take a bath before the show, but whatever. So, I'm Shane. Nice to meet you guys. If you are not a regular here, I'm probably one of the worst dirt bike YouTube channels that people seem to keep finding. But Stark Vargs are my mainstay, and I would like to say just got back from our 24-hour adventure race thing, but it's been a week and it's kind of been a rough one. So
is your bike always dirty?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like in true Shane fashion, my bike has not been washed. But let me tell you a little bit about what we did, because we actually came out with a really good result. And the bike did really well because one of my teammates' bikes broke down or didn't work right, and he ended up racing my bike, and my bike did double duty. So we just got back from the Gutbuster 24-hour. You have a couple of options. You can either Ironman it, Iron Woman, or you can do a duo, or you can do a 6-man team. And that's what we did. We did expert class. So you have elite that can run any number of pros. You can run expert, which is allowed 1 pro, and then any number of A riders. And then you have sportsman, which is 1A, any number below that. And then I think there's 1 class below that. But for the last couple of years, we have jokingly said that we have the curse of 5th overall and 2nd in class, which one year I don't know how we did that because we came with like 2 C riders, 2 B riders, and like 2 A riders.
And 1 quit.
Yeah, and like 1 quit. We were like, somehow our 2 fastest riders were like, oh, we just gotta like try really hard. And we tried really hard and got 5th overall out of like 100 teams, which is wild. But so this year we managed to pull off 2nd in expert class and 3rd overall, which is pretty good. 2nd overall beat us by about 7 minutes. So, I mean, coming down to the line, I mean, it was pretty close. 1st overall, I mean, they had like 4 or 5 laps on us. So, I mean, it was like, and laps were like 24 to 25 minutes long.
Which they had really cool people.
They had a good team. They have like national level pros. And, you know, like we had a AA guy that was like, you know, mid-pack local pro.
Just started AA this year.
Yeah, I know, just started AA this year. But in our defense, though, like we had a couple of B riders that really should be A riders. Like, yeah, but most of us were like that. So we did pretty good. The race is like a really weird thing because it's 24 hours long and it starts at 10 a.m. And almost every year, you're like 5 or 6 hours into the race. And you're like, wow, we're doing really good. And then you're like, wow, we are a third of the way through the race. It's like 2 p.m. and we're like, holy cow. Around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, one of our riders had a bib blow out, and he came back to the pits with his tire completely shredded, like the sidewall is coming apart, and he had like no bib in sight, and he just limped it back in, and it cost him about 7 or 8 minutes. And it sucks because he was probably about our 3rd fastest rider, and we were at this point a couple of minutes behind 2nd place overall, and it put us down to 9th overall, and we had to really fight back for that. A couple of our riders are not that great at night. One of our guys he's a really good rider, but he doesn't have a bike that's set up for night. And he did 1 lap, came back and was like, this thing's shit, I can't see anything. And our AA guy was like, just pulled his bike out and just started and just like, just go. And he hopped on and went. And then after that, he came back and he rode my bike every lap since. So it sucks because I actually only ended up doing 7 laps, which is not that many.
Only 1 more than me.
Yep, only 1 more than Sammy. Sammy's had a AA, like, world national pro women's rider on their team, so, you know, they were a shoe-in. But
who got a belt buckle?
You got a belt buckle. I didn't get shit other than a 3rd place overall. but I spent more time managing the team than actually doing racing or anything like that, because a lot of our teammates, they need sleep, and I get amped up and I cannot calm down. I sleep like crap the night before the race, and can you sit still? My moving tripod is like gonna knock stuff over. So, oh my God, you're still moving. So, you know, I didn't get good sleep. I got like maybe 5 hours of sleep the night before the race. And then, you know, I'm up at like 6 a.m. and the race starts at 10. And then, you know, like I ride once, and then most people can go take a nap or go relax. And I'm like, oh, I've got to help Anthony get his bike ready. I got to help Wyatt make sure his stuff's done. Like, I do this until like 6 p.m. And, you know, sun goes down and people start taking naps, and I start doing night laps, because I'm one of those weird people that, like, if I'm doing a 25:50 during the day, I'm doing like a 25:30 at night. I get slightly faster at night.
2 minutes.
And Sammy was like 2 minutes a lap faster. I mean, she had a pretty hell of a bad lap during the day, but I digress. So I spent more time actually managing the team. I ended up I did some of the like last laps in the morning and like at 4 a.m. And then I did a lap at like 9 in the morning, and I had been up for like 29 hours at that point. So if you guys see the GoPro footage, it's the title, like, or the thumbnail will say like 1 hour left. Like, I was awake for like 28 hours at that point, and I was just like exhausted. And Sammy will put some B-roll up, but I just low-sided at a really bad point and like head first slid into a tree. And my brand new climb helmet that I bought some new gear and, you know, stuff like that for the race, and I was trying to be safe and be prepared, and my like $800 or $700 helmet, I cracked it. The carbon fibers like cracked and split open, and it's like, sometimes I have crashes where I'm like, yeah, this helmet's probably fine for a couple of rides, but this one's like, nope, it's done, it's retired. It's got like 4 hours on it. But other than that, the bike ran out good. I mean, just plug it into the charger. Apparently this is loose. Headlight worked out great. It's loose here on the clamp. I did have a high side at like 3 a.m. and I snapped the handguard off, and I robbed it off of Sammy's bike because she had recently entered a coma. And I know my wife well enough that like once she goes to sleep, she's like useless. So I knew that she was not going to be racing. And I had an extra handguard that if like some miracle befell us and she woke up to ride her bike, I would have put a handguard on it. But so I just robbed hers. I did like brand new brakes and everything for this race, but it was not muddy. So like everything doesn't even look like I like did new chain sprockets, all that stuff. It was really sandy and it eroded very quickly and turned into this whoop out. Just, it was braking bumps.
Don't lie, between like midnight to 2.
I didn't get to ride then.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Yeah, everyone was like, oh my God, it's great. And then I went out at like 4 a.m. because everyone was still fresh at like 9 p.m. to like 1 a.m. And I was like, okay, they're still fresh. I want to let them race because I won't degrade. I know like even if I'm like about to pass out, I can still do a consistent lap time. Whereas like some of our other guys, like if they were doing a 26 in the first part of the night, I was like, hey, go do a lap. And they came back and they did a 28. And I'm like, okay, you're done. Like stop riding. You're tired, go to sleep. I'm going to let you sleep for like 4 or 5 hours. And I started riding around like 2 or 3 a.m. The dew came out of the ground. And I did one lap that I was like, holy cow, this is really good. But that lap, I ripped my helmet light off. And it was like dangling and slapping me in the face. It was great. It was wonderful. I had a great time. Pretty much I ran my custom map that starts at like 35 horsepower and it ramps up to like 55. The camera's not aiming at me. I ran that map pretty much the whole time. The pits were kind of like a scary thing because they're live pits this year. They were live pits last year, but I feel like the conditions were better, so people were going faster. I mean, you have like people going 70 mile an hour down pit row, and you're like pitting right on the edge of it.
60 feet apart or 80 feet apart?
It was 50. It was a 50-foot pit row. And it was like 40 or 30 last year, but I don't think people were going as fast. But we got to do something about that next year. I'm going to chime in because that was really sketchy. And the other problem was it was dry. So we're just eating dust all day long. And like the next day, my muscles were sore. And I always do this. I like get sick because I've just been awake for so long. And then like one of our friends, Rachel, needed Sammy to help her drive home. So it's like noon the next day and I haven't slept in 32 hours and we're like, okay, we're gonna drive home. And I made it like 45 minutes. I was like, all right, well, I gotta go take a nap. I pulled into like a Tractor Supply and took like a 2-hour nap before somebody woke me up beating on the van and saw me sleeping in the back and was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm awake. So I'll just keep driving. So it went pretty good. Other than Wyatt having the blow up with his bib, Anthony struggled with the lights. I ripped out a wire. Actually, no, I messed up my handlebar switch and I ripped the wires out of the back of my handlebar switch. I can't turn it on. I unplugged it. My wife wanted me to turn the light on, but I unplugged it in the morning because I didn't want it to possibly get messed up. But it went really well. This year was actually a really good year. No major calamities befell us. Our pit mates did like a motor swap. And they had like 6 bikes and they did a motor swap at like 3 a.m. And then they had to like tear the top end off of a 2-stroke. Like we were like, what is going on? And these guys were like
in the middle of the dust.
I know, yeah. And they were like pulling filters and they were like washing filters and putting them on fans. And I will tell you, having an electric bike, that is dope. Not having to worry about all this maintenance and stuff like that, especially.
People still say dope.
I did, and I matter. I am people. So, it's nice having a bike you don't really worry about maintenance. Like you just plug it in, you go. But it did hurt me. Like I didn't get to ride as much because I had to let somebody else ride my bike. So like I had to like let him race, and then I had to charge. So I had to like, okay, well I was wanting to go right after him, and it didn't work out. Other than that, my tire choice was these IRC M5Bs. And it was mostly hard pack and sand with a ton of exposed roots. And they're pretty soft. They're really deep knobs. And my bike has 10 hours from the race. And it's 2 A-level riders racing it. And that tire looks good. I do greatly regret putting brand new bibs in our wheels for a really rough race. I wish I would have had some broke-in bibs. It just didn't work out that way. Other than that, no, it was a pretty good day. I'm trying to think. They do a moto start or a hair scramble style start with live engine, which they didn't do live engine last year. No, they did, didn't they? Yeah. I think next year I'm going to do a duo with a friend, and then I think Sammy's going to do a duo with her pro friend, and then it's just more casual. It's more laps. It definitely is more laps, which I actually left the race hoping wishing I could have raced more, which
you do that every year.
Even last year I did, and I did the second most laps on the team. Makes me feel like I'm doing good, because there's been other years I've done 4 laps. I'm like, I had my fill. It was a good time. I'm really happy to bring out the third place. Our team was out of money.
That person wasn't there.
Yeah, this guy broke his collarbone 2 weeks before the race, so we had to get a fill-in.
Wait, let me see. Loser.
We had to get a fill-in, which we actually found a really good fill-in, and he was pretty keen. He was excited. He tried to show up with some of those like Amazon lights that he like bolted to his fender. I'm like, stop.
And a bald tire?
And a bald tire. Oh yeah, and one of our guys next to us from Arkansas knows him. He was like, no, I ain't letting you race on a bald tire. And like he went and bought him a tire. It was like, if you guys haven't done a big team race like this, you really got to. It's one of those races that you spend so much time out there that like.
Well, the fact that like even our pit friends across the way were asking us for tools or asking us for stuff, and it was just like a whole group.
It's like a big party.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's a 24-hour race. It's so much riding. It's like
only 24 hours.
It's 24 hours, and if you have a 6-man team, like some other 24-hour races do like 4 or 5, then you're talking about more hours. But a 6-man team, it's 4 hours of riding a person, which like that's only slightly more than you would get at an enduro or a hare scramble. Like, I mean, some hare scrambles are 1.5 hours, 2 hours, but I mean, now you have spread it out across the time of a full day. Like if you go do an hour, that's all your time. So it was a really cool experience. Check it out. It's called the Gutbuster 24-hour. It's our favorite race all year long. It's in Texas. Great people who run that race. You do have to sign up ahead of time. Sometimes there are open spots, but it's like not very many. Moto Tally. They did live laps last year.
Moto Tally this year.
Moto Tally this year, though. Great times. Check it out. I appreciate all my friends. I appreciate all you guys. I'm going to put a little bit of B-roll footage and stuff like that on here, and we will link the helmet footage so you can see the night race and the day race. And we appreciate it. Like, subscribe, goes a long way for us, and we will see you guys in the next one.